And as we're looking at the last passage of the book of Ephesians, we're going to look at Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 24 today. And I want you to read this passage and kind of see how Paul is encouraging the church at Ephesus as he concludes the book to this church, his letter that he's written them. How does he encourage them? He does it in a couple ways. First of all, he encourages them to stand strong in the Lord. Then he reminds them, look, our battle's not a physical battle, it's a spiritual battle. Paul himself was in prison as he wrote this passage and wrote this letter to the church. And when he was in prison, he's saying, look, it's not against the Romans, it's not against the Jews, it's not against this people group or this race, it's not against a government, it's not against a political party. Our battle's not against a disease or a virus. Our battle's a spiritual battle. And with that, he then says, hey, and because it's a spiritual battle, you have to equip yourself with spiritual things. So he lists 6 things that we call the armor of God, and he kind of throws in a bonus 7th thing in verse 18 where he says, look, and don't forget to pray in the Spirit. And today as you journal, I want you to list these 6 things, and 7th if you include the prayer in the Spirit. Now I want you to just ask God, which of those things am I lacking? Where am I struggling the most? Maybe it's the peace of the gospel. You know, after 43 days in lockdown with your family, maybe there's not much peace left. If that's the case, let's pray for peace over our families and in our relationships. But also let's remember that there's gospel's a gospel of peace. Let's figure out where I need to be more righteous in my life so I can be equipped to do what God's called me to do. Where am I lacking faith? Where am I not trusting the salvation that God has given me? Am I not in the Word enough? Let's be honest. We have a lot of time on our hands, some of us, and 5 minutes in the Word, or 5 minutes in prayer, or 5 minutes in worship, or 5 minutes in journaling. These disciplines we should be pretty good at by now. And maybe it's, hey, let's spend 10 minutes in these things, or 15 minutes, or 20 minutes in these things. Let's tithe our time of our day into the things of God. What does that look like for you? Write that down. How is God encouraging you? And where do you need to shore up your armor of God as we fight this spiritual battle? Can't wait to worship with you guys again and hug your necks. Love you guys, and we'll talk to you later.